Someone said, to beat PSY-Frames, all you got to do is do nothing. Not exactly verbatim, but it was some shit like that. PSY-Frames are an archetype that require you to have no monsters to activate these effects of things, and your opponent has to actually do something, and you have the proper card in your hand. You know, shit like that. Perhaps I take things a tad bit too literal. But when you say do nothing, I think of you actually doing nothing. You keep the cards in your hand, you draw, and you pass. People may be like, no, that's not what he meant. All he meant was not activating anything that a PSY-Frame could stop. Then you should have said that, motherfucker. No matter what deck you playing, you're going to have to play summon, set, something. And when you do that, there's a card called PSY-Frame Overload. And there's also a card that has synergy with PSY-Frame Overload called Psychic Field Zone. As long as your opponent keeps setting shit every turn, well, yours and your opponent's, and then when your turn happens, you can just Field Zone. Ideally, you banish the level 2 PSY-Frame tuner, and of course a PSY-Frame driver. Then you can make Omega, and since they weren't doing nothing, they're going to always have a card in the hand for Omega to take itself off the field. I'm actually surprised at the attention that PSY-Frames have gotten. But I do not think that this is going to last. You know how motherfuckers be riding the motherfucker wave. I just think that's what they're doing. And none of these motherfuckers are surfers. Wipe out! It seems to me that motherfuckers just playing in the PSY-Frames. Okay, I'm going to do nothing to beat you. You're going to give a controlling reactive deck like PSY-Frames time. Now you motherfuckers, some things that people have decided to play to somewhat alleviate this problem with PSY-Frames. Wind up rapid. This isn't really surprising stuff. I did actually think of that. I just didn't think it was worth it. And even with people playing it, I still don't really think it's worth it, even though I understand why. And what other shit? There was Yasenju. You got the PSY-Frame things that require you to have no monsters to activate shit, and then the Yasenjus put themselves back during the end phase, and you just like attack, right? And then you put them back. Makes sense. I damn sure wouldn't do that shit, because I don't think you need to, but it's a decent idea. Control decks in particular in Yu-Gi, they are pretty vulnerable to doing a lot of things at once, and I'm mainly talking about summoning monsters. PSY-Frames have that same problem. And since you can't control any monsters to activate one, and apparently there's some ruling that you can't activate like multiple PSY-Frame tuners effects, even if you were able to do it, some dumb shit. If you give the PSY-Frame player enough time to, oh shit, I drew the card that I wanted and they didn't kill me yet, yes, they're going to fuck you up. PSY-Frames are a bit different because in most situations, there's going to be somebody that activates a spell. Special summon a normal summon a monster and activate a monster effect. People say shit and they don't really be thinking about it. It may sound cute, it may sound ha funny, but it's not exactly correct in what you're saying. You can go ahead and do nothing while I'm playing PSY-Frame. And I'll play pure PSY-Frame just to prove the point that I can still fuck you up if you do nothing. But you won't do nothing because you have to do something. So on that note, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you would like to help me pay rent, all you got to do, disable ad block, click an ad, or 2, put it back on. Takes literally seconds out your day. Thank you very much in advance. It's very much appreciated. You have my gratitude. PSY-Frames went up in price. I'm not talking about Omega. We already knew that card was good. I guess I'm not going to be able to play them. They cost too much.